Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new to our channel, thank you for stopping by. Today I have a beautiful sun motif granny square to share with you, and the best part is it is very easy to work. So I'll be using two different colored yarns and my hook size is 2.5 mm. I'll be starting with my orange yarn. Now you can choose the yarn of your choice. So let us start off with a magic ring. Now my magic ring is ready. I'm going to chain 1, which will be followed by working double crochets into the magic ring. That's my first double crochet, followed by the second. That's the third. It's better we count. That's the third double crochet. This is the fourth one. This is the fifth one. If your ring is too large, you can pull the tail of the magic ring. That's the sixth double crochet, followed by the seventh. That's the eighth. We are going to make the ninth one. This is the 10th double crochet into the magic ring, followed by the 11th double crochet, and this is the 12th one. Once we have 12 double crochets into the magic ring, we are going to pull the tail of the magic ring to tighten the circle and see how neat it looks. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. Not into the chain one, but the first double crochet. So that's done. Now let's pull the tail again. After that I am going to chain 2. That will not be counted as double crochet. Once the chain of 2 is done, I am going to work 2 number of double crochet into the same space. The chain of 2 is not counted as a stitch. After the chain of 2 double crochet is done into the same space, we move on to the next chain space where we are going to work 2 double crochet. One is done. Now I will be working the second double crochet into the same space. Now into the third chain space, I am going to work 2 number of double crochet. So that is the sequence. That is, in each of the chain spaces we are going to work 2 number of double crochets. And if you remember, in the first circle we had worked 12 double crochets, so we will be having 24 number of double crochet in the second round. Now that's my chain space that is still left. There I am going to work 2 number of double crochet. That's the first one, followed by the second double crochet. And now what we're going to do is we are going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet, not into the chain 2 space. So our second round is complete, a neat one. Let's move on to the third round, and here I have just worked a chain of 3. Once the chain of 3 is done, I work another double crochet into the next chain space, followed by another, then yarn over, pull through all. The first we are going to work that way. After that I chain 3 and we are going to skip 1 chain space, and into the next chain space I am going to work 3 number of double crochet, the incomplete double crochets. 3 double crochets which are incomplete. Once we have 4 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all. Then we chain 3 and then we are going to skip 1 chain space and move on to the next, working my first half done double crochet, followed by the second and the third half done double crochet. Now if you see, we have 4 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all. So let us chain 3 again and repeat the same process. So the chain of 3 is done. I skip one chain space, and into the next one I am going to work 3 number of half done double crochet. That's the second, and this is the third one. So if you count, we have 4 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all. Then we chain 3 again and skip one chain space and work the cluster in the similar fashion by working 3 number of half done double crochet. So this is the sequence for the third round, and we are going to work in the similar manner all around. And here I am almost at the end. Here I am working my last cluster by making 3 number of half done double crochets. Once we have 4 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all. So that's done. And finally I am going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the topmost chain so as to complete this particular round. So that's done. After that I chain 1 and then I am going to snip off the yarn. So here it is. This is how it looks, a neat one. Now let's start off with the next round. Here with the same colored yarn I have just made a slip knot, and we will be working a standing double crochet into any of the cluster. So here we work a standing double crochet, but we are not going to complete it. 2 stitches on the hook. Now I am going to introduce the white yarn, because we need to work with the white yarn, so it has to be introduced at this stage when we have 2 stitches on the hook. So a slip knot is made, and carefully we are going to pull the white yarn through the 2 stitches. So the white yarn now becomes our working yarn. This is how we introduce different colored yarn to our existing work while crocheting. So now the white yarn is being used, and into the chain 3 space we are going to work 3 number of double crochet. That's the first one. The second double crochet will also be a complete double crochet, but the third double crochet we are not going to complete it. So 2 stitches on the hook. Now we are going to change the color to orange, so we are going to pull the yarn through the 2 stitches, and this way the orange yarn becomes our working yarn. And now into the topmost chain of the cluster we are going to work 1 double crochets, which will be an incomplete one. Incomplete one in the sense 2 stitches will still be left on the hook, and now we are going to change our color to white. Once that is done, please remember to clip the other yarn along or carry the other yarn along. And now into the chain 3 space I am going to work 2 number of double crochet. After that the third double crochet is going to be an incomplete one. Once we have 2 stitches on the hook, I am going to change the yarn to orange. So the orange yarn becomes our working yarn. So with the orange yarn on top of the cluster I am going to work 1 double crochet, which will be an incomplete one because we need to change the color to white. Now using the white yarn we are going to work 3 number of double crochet into the chain 3 space. Now 2 of the double crochet is going to be a complete one, but the third one is going to be an incomplete one because we are going to change the color. This is the process of changing color, not just for this particular project but for all the projects where we use different colored yarns. So here 2 stitches, orange stitches on the hook, I pull my white yarn through it, so the white yarn becomes our working yarn. See how easy it is. But you must remember to carry the secondary yarn at the back side along so that it does not create problem later. So 2 stitches on the hook. Now I'll pull my orange yarn through it, so the orange yarn becomes our working yarn. So let's work 1 double crochet, a half done one, on top of the cluster. 2 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all, and a white yarn becomes our working yarn. So let's work 3 number of double crochet. The third one has to be an incomplete one because we are going to change the color. So that's it. Now with orange yarn I am going to work 1 double crochet. With 2 stitches on the hook I'm going to change the color. So the white yarn is being introduced and the white yarn becomes a working yarn. So let's make 3 number of double crochet into the chain 3 space with the white yarn, and the third one is going to be an incomplete one. So in the similar fashion we are going to work all around, and here I am almost at the end. I am working 1 double crochet, a half done one with the orange yarn, and just I changed the color to white. 1 chain 3 space left where I am going to work 3 number of double crochet. That's the first, second, and this is the third one. This time we are going to work a complete double crochet. After that I am going to slip stitch into the very first orange standing double crochet. This is the reason why we had worked a standing double crochet. So the slip stitch is done. This is how our pattern is looking right now. So we have completed working our sun along with the rays. Now one more round to be worked, not row. And for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. Please watch carefully. And now into the same chain space I am going to work a single crochet. Once that is done, into the next chain space I am going to work 1 half double crochet. That's the half double crochet. This is the second half double crochet. So 2 half double crochet done. Now into the next chain space I am going to work 2 number of double crochet, individual double crochet. The first one is done. Into the next chain space I am working another double crochet. Now we will be working in individual chain spaces. So here in the next chain space I am working 1 triple crochet. Once that is complete, into the next chain space I will be working 2 number of triple crochet. 2 number, not 1, into the same chain space, as this is the first corner in making. Once 2 triple crochet is done, let us chain 3, and into the same chain space I am going to work 2 number of triple crochet again. So that's the first one, followed by the second triple crochet into the same space. So our very first corner is done. After the corner is done, into the next chain space I am going to work 1 triple crochet. Once that is done, into the new chain space I work 1 double crochet, and into the new chain space another double crochet. Once that is done, into the new chain space let us work 1 half double crochet. Now into the next chain space I work another half double crochet. Once that is done, just a minute, why did I open? That was correct. Now let's do the half double crochet, the second half double crochet again. Now into the next chain space I am going to work a single crochet. That's done. Once the single crochet is done, now we are going to work again by making half double crochet. That's the first half double crochet. All has to be in individual chain spaces. That is the second half double crochet in the next chain space, and into the new chain space I work 1 double crochet, and again into the new chain space I work 1 double crochet. So we are nearing to making of our second corner. That's 1 triple crochet in the new chain space, Now I am going to work 2 number of triple crochet in the new chain space. That's the first triple crochet, which will be followed by another triple crochet in the same space. Once that is done, let us chain 3. So this is our second corner which is being formed. Once the chain of 3 is done, I'm going to work 2 number of triple crochet into the same space. So my second corner is about to get over. So my second corner is also ready. See, we are getting a square shape gradually. Now let us continue again. Into the new chain space, I work 1 triple crochet. That will be followed by 1 double crochet in the next chain space, followed by again 1 double crochet in the new chain space, and again into the next 2 chain spaces I am going to work 1/2 double crochet each. That's the first one. And into the next chain space I am working the second half double crochet. Now into the next chain space we work a single crochet. So this is the sequence that is to be repeated. Once the single crochet is done, we are going to start off all over again by working 2 number of half double crochet in 2 individual chain spaces. After that, let us work 2 number of double crochet. All has to be worked on individual chain spaces. So 2 double crochet is done. After that, I am going to work 1 triple crochet into the individual chain space. So my triple crochet is done. Now we are making the third corner, so I will be working 2 number of triple crochet into the same chain space, which will be followed by a chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, and after that I will be working 2 triple crochet again into the same chain space. So this makes our third corner. As the corner is done, into the new chain space I work a triple crochet, which will be followed by 2 number of double crochet in individual chain spaces. After that, 2 number of half double crochet in individual chain spaces. All has to be worked in individual chain spaces excepting the corners. After that, a single crochet is done. Now see, after single crochet we are going to repeat the sequence again, and I have finally worked my 4th corner as well. 2 triple crochet, chain 3, 2 triple crochet is done. Now after that I work 1 triple crochet in the new chain space, which will be followed by 2 number of double crochet in individual chain spaces, 1 and 2. Once that is done, let us work half double crochet into the new chain space, which will be followed again by 1/2 double crochet in the new chain space. So we have finished working all around. That's my first single crochet out there. There I am going to slip stitch. If you remember, we had started off with a single crochet. I have chained 1 to secure my work. Now I'm going to snip off the yarn. So that's done. Look at this, how pretty it looks. Now the tapestry needle is being used to hide the loose ends. Now you can use this beautiful motif for different projects like blankets, throws, cushion covers, bags, anything. And it is such a beautiful motif, a sun motif radiating in the middle. Look at that. And the pattern, it is so very easy to work. I hope you'll agree with that. I have shown the steps very slowly and repeatedly so that it becomes easy for the freshers also to work. So thank you my friends for staying till the end. If you all have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members. If you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing and stay tuned for interesting videos. So till we meet again, it is bye bye for today.